There is literally millions, if not billions of hours of fitness advice online teaching how to build muscle and lose fat. So how is most of the population still out of shape? Well, it's because nobody mentions the danger zone that stops you from ever getting a chance to act on the advice. So let me share with you where the danger zone is and how you can overcome it so you can finally get the lean physique you've always wanted. So to make sense of this, I want to take you back a year to a time where I was slacking. I wasn't really paying attention to what I was eating. I wasn't really moving a lot. Things weren't looking good. Because of that, I noticed I was starting to gain a bit of a belly. But the thing was, my clothes still fit fine. It was just my stomach. So it was kind of hidden. So I kind of just ignored it. Now, a couple months on, I went to Greece with my partner, and you know, girls, they're going to take pictures and videos of everything. And partway through, she decided to show me some of the pictures and videos. And boy, was I shocked. And it wasn't until she showed me this video of me throwing darts that I realized how bad I'd gotten. Like, I looked terrible. My stomach was way bigger than it's ever been before. And because that was such a scary sight to me, I made immediate changes. Like, I'm talking the same day. On holiday in Greece, I began eating better and I began moving a lot more. But the point of the story is, if I never saw them, then I never would have made any change. I would have just continued on as normal and probably got even bigger. And you see this in plenty of different ways. We all know somebody who's in a job or relationship that they're not satisfied with, but they won't leave. And that's because being dissatisfied is deemed as unideal, but tolerable. Because here's the thing that most people don't realize. It being tolerable is categorically worse than it being downright terrible, because at least if it was downright terrible, it forces you to take action and resolve the issue immediately. Now, in the case of the job or the relationship, if they got made redundant, then they'd have to look for a new job. And if they got cheated on, then they'd have to end the relationship. Likewise, with the shock of me seeing myself on the pictures and videos. Okay, so knowing what the problem is isn't going to get you very far. You need to understand how to overcome it so that you can actually get lean. And we're going to do so in 3 phases. Now, in the first phase, we need to identify it. So we need to assess what's going on. And we're going to do so with 3 questions. Ask yourself, do you use language that suggests you're in this danger zone? I mean language like, oh, it's not that bad. Maybe I'll do it later. It's not a priority of mine at the moment. This is the language audit question. The next question is simple. Are you happy with your current body? This is the body audit. And the third question is, what will happen in the future if you don't change that? This one's future pacing you so that you can visualize your reality if you don't make the change. Now, this second phase is to do with lowering the barrier to entry. And this is where things get a little bit more practical. Now, the first step is setting clear intentions and goals with deadlines so that you bring theory into practice. A goal with no definitive timeline isn't a goal. It's make-believe, which leads us into step number 2. Set contingency actions if the goals aren't met. Now, notice, I'm not saying consequences because you don't need to punish yourself for this. I'm just saying, if this doesn't happen, then I will do this. And the third thing is reframe risk as opportunity. Now, the brain has a funny way of perceiving everything outside of the comfort zone as risky, whereas the comfort zone that you're currently stuck in poses the biggest risk of them all. Now, if that's not already effective enough, then I want you to supercharge it with pain. Yes, I said pain. Forget all the nice stuff. I want you to leverage the pain that you got from the anti-vision earlier. I want you to remember how you felt when you looked in the mirror, how you felt when you looked in the pictures, how you felt in that situation. Internalize it and use it. Moving on to the third phase, which is where we're going to start building some momentum. So contrary to most popular fitness advice, they're going to tell you, you need to set these massive habits and start on them from day one. I'm not telling you to do that. I'm telling you to start with some smaller habits, some micro habits, micro actions that are going to lead you towards the bigger goal. That's the first thing. The second thing is I want you to get somebody to hold you accountable. I don't care who it is. It can be a friend, family member, partner, pet. I don't care. You just need somebody to look at you and say, what are you doing when you don't do the thing that you told them you were going to do? And this third thing is something that's going to prevent you from slipping back into your old ways. And it's treating all your losses with the same intensity. So whether it be something small that happened or whether it be something massive that happened, you treat it all the same, no matter the size of it. If it's hindering your progress in any way, shape or form, get rid of it and immediately, no questions asked. And this is a bonus, but this is something that most people overlook. And it's just as important as all of the steps I've just told you. And it's to frequently reassess if you're actually on track or not. Now, given everything I've just told you, you should be on the right track. But you'll quickly realize that you're going to run into another issue. Now, whilst fat loss is simple, there's a specific part of it that most people overlook. And not because it's hidden, but because it's downright one of the hardest things you're going to have to endure throughout your entire fat loss journey. So watch this video to find out what it is and how you can overcome it so that your journey gets a whole lot easier.